What's happening, people? Welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I know everybody and their grandmother's dog has already done a review of Cyberpunk 2077, all the controversy with the release. But since I've made several videos about it, I thought it fitting for me to come in and talk about my experience with Cyberpunk 2077. Um, you know, it's been a little while since I made a video because I just had to take a little time to heal from my surgery I had on my Achilles tendon. I tried to get back in here and make some videos before, but I was just having some issues with my surgery. I had a little setback, had to go back into a cast for a couple of weeks because of a healing issue with one of my incisions. But anyways, it's getting better now. I'm actually getting to where I can walk around a little bit on it, and physical therapy is going good. So I wanted to get back on here. I've been chomping at the bit to get back on here and make more videos. So Cyberpunk 2077. Here's my thoughts on it. If you go back and watch a couple of my other videos where I talked about it, watching a lot of the gameplay and the videos that were being put out for Cyberpunk 2077, it looked absolutely fantastic and amazing. And I made a video saying, when they pushed it back to December again, the release date for it, I made a video saying that I know a lot of people were probably upset and would be upset if they pushed it back again, but that I would rather them wait a couple of months or even a year to make sure that they release the game without a bunch of bugs in it. And what did they do? They released the game just full of bugs and problems, especially on the PS4 and the Xbox One. From what I heard, it was unplayable. Now, I never played it on my Xbox One. I played it, I bought the game day one and played it day one on my Xbox Series X. And like a lot of other people, I didn't really have a ton of issues. It was a lot of bugs, in the game. But I only had one game-breaking bug that made me have to go back to a previous save and start again from a previous save because I just couldn't finish one of the main missions in the game. What had happened on that was I had went to what is it called again? I forget the name of it. Delamon's Taxi Service or something like that. It's been a little while since I've played it. I did probably put about 90 hours or so into the game playing it. And but anyways, I'd started that mission. It's basically where these taxis kind of go rogue. They're automated taxis, and your mission is to go out. I think there's like 4 of them, and to get these taxis and bring them back. And I had started the mission, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back. I got a call to go and start another one of the missions on the main mission, and so I went into that one, and it was and it's been a little while since I played it, so I forget a lot of the names and stuff. It's been like literally I haven't played the game in a week and a half or so. But I went. It was one where you had to go up the elevator to the skyscraper. Some of the main bosses were in there, and they were all wearing the VR headsets, watching porn or whatever it is. And so you're supposed to go in there and eliminate the main guy. So I went in there, took care of business in there, and then you're supposed to leave and go down the elevator. Well, every time I'd try to get in the elevator, the little taxi icon would pop up and start ringing, and it would not let me go down the elevator to finish the mission. It just would not. The only way I could get off that building was literally to jump off the building. I could not finish the mission because it was something messed up with that taxi mission, that every time I would get right to that point where I would need to get on the elevator, it would the phone thing would ring. Oh, saying that the taxi's in a certain area, and it just would not let me go down the elevator. So I had to go back to before I started that mission and start from there, skip that taxi mission, then go to the main mission, and then I was able to finish that without any problem, any issue. So that was the only kind of game breaking bug that I had in the game. There's a lot of bugs in the game though, but the bugs weren't even the main problem. The main problem was the game wasn't anywhere near what was promised. CD Projekt Red promised so much in this game, and that was going to be this amazing next generation, kind of nothing you'd seen before AI, basically, where, so much of the game depended on the choices you made and the things that you said and done, and it really doesn't have a lot to do with anything you say. I mean, the game is going to basically go to the same point, just about no matter what you do. In fact, there's places in the game where there's a shootout while you're driving, and you got to shoot, and you're telling you it doesn't matter. You don't even have to shoot. You can just set your controller down and walk away and go get something to drink, and come back, and that mission will have been finished, and you completed the mission. You never even had to pull the trigger on it. That mixed with the fact that the people are just mindless zombies in the game. They walk around. They don't do anything. There's really no interaction. You can actually shoot at some of them, and you just can't kill them. They'll just crouch down. You just shoot at them. The police get called. You walk away a block or drive a block away, and it goes away, and then you just come right back. There's no issue with the police. There's just so many strange things in the game with people just popping in and out. One of the cab missions where I was supposed to get one of the cabs and bring it back, the cab keeps chasing after you, and so the cab got stuck against this lunch counter, and the people are just walking through the cab and getting like nothing ever happened, like the cab wasn't even there. Just strange things like that. I've seen, driving around a corner and cars half sunk into the ground, just sitting there. There's a spot in the desert area, the Outlands area, where if you go up into the mountains, there's square panels in the mountain where they just didn't even finish it. They put nothing there. There's these squares. If you haven't seen it, just go up into the mountain areas and look around. You'll get to areas where it says this game, it's not completed past here. You got to kind of go, and it just kind of puts you back a little bit. But just look for these. You'll see them. They look like black tiles on the ground, like big squares. And if you walk through them, if you walk over, you just fall right through it, and then it respawns you back onto the playing, into the game. But if you look through, sometimes you can just look through underneath the mountains and see other parts of the game. It's very weird. It's like they just didn't finish parts of it. But yeah, there's just so much that they promised, so much. The game could have been so much more. It was supposed to be really in depth, and you were supposed to have this. You're supposed to have this incredible amount of things you could do. I remember this one part where I seen on one of the videos, and he throws his jack, and it jacks into someone else's head through this long cord. Yeah, I don't see anything like that, and it didn't even need to be in the game because you do it all wirelessly. Why wouldn't you? Why would you even throw a jack? It looked cool in the gameplay, and I thought, oh, that's cool. That's neat right there. But, even when you think about it, why would you even have that? Everything is just kind of wireless, unless you're jacking into something in the wall. So, that, and you're supposed to be able to bribe the police and all these kind of things, but the police really, they're kind of just a background in the game. They're secondary. They're really no part of the game at all. So I played all the way through the game, and I did 2 of the endings. Spoiler alert. I did the first ending I did. I kind of followed what I thought was going to be the best. I don't want to get these people hurt, and I don't want to get those people hurt. So yeah, I kind of went along with that. And then next thing you know, V, kind of backs out and you hear a gunshot and he killed himself. And God, what a terrible ending. The credits are scrolling and then they pop the little videos up of Pan Am and Judy, and Judy's crying, and I can't believe you did this. And then Pan Am, who's your main love interest, at least for my character, V, my character V, she hates his guts. She wants him to burn in hell and all this stuff. So that was an absolute terrible ending. So I went back and I, did the ending where you ask for Pan Am and the crew's help, and that was a good ending. I like that ending a lot. You still go off into the sunset with Pan Am and not knowing whether they're going to be able to cure V or not. He might die, he might live, I don't know. It's still didn't give a very definitive ending for what you went through. But with all the bad stuff, the bugs, and a lot of people having game-breaking problems, I didn't really have a lot of game-breaking problems, just that one issue. I still really loved this game. I loved this game. I put a lot of hours into it, a lot of the side missions. I can't wait for some DLC if they come out. I know they said they were going to. I really loved it. They did a great job of making you care about the characters, Jackie and Pan Am and Judy. They made you really care about the connection and the friendships that you had in the game between V and the other characters. So I really loved the game. I couldn't get enough of it while I was playing it. And some of the bugs were pretty funny. And anyways, I was just looking on Xbox's store, because I know they were saying that the game's gone down in sales, and it's at selling for half price and stuff online, on for the computer. I haven't looked at that, but I looked on the Xbox store and it's still $60 on there, and it's actually got a 4-star rating on there for a game that came out with so many problems and so many bugs. It's still a really good game, and a lot of people really loved it. But anyways, that's my review of Cyberpunk 2077. That's what my thoughts on it. Hopefully they will, a long time, fix a lot of these problems that the game has had with more patches. I know they've already fixed some of them. But anyways, let me know down below in the comments if you liked Cyberpunk 2077, if you enjoyed it. I appreciate you stopping by and watching my video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I'm Chewy Solo, and this is Black and Red. See ya!